before I really hated it because I was like, this is stupid. I do not like this. But now I'm okay with it with some variety, you know. But also, okay, let's talk comp. Okay, so they added the deployable cover. Oh shoot, there was actually a hot drop there. Oh well.
Life goes on.
Shoot, what was I saying? They added the emergency flares to the game. Good.
Deployable shields as well.
Yeah. The emergency like flare covers is
Holy crap.
is what I was thinking. That's a lot of circle that's not inside zone. And honestly, dude, I would leave like 1 or 2 people here if I were them. Honestly, but you know what? You guys do you. I think they probably took like airport. Is that what they claimed as a drop spot, I presume?
No, airport's just a little bit north, but I tell you what, it's zones like this really does give you an eye-opening. And if you're the team over on the far west, I'm looking at this zone going, oh my god, this is the worst. And it is a detriment to them because first of all, rotating takes ages. But second of all, you've got to push into people who are a lot closer, who have already dug themselves into these sites. Like, this is horrible for probably the majority of this lobby.
Yeah, I mean, especially with with whatever the heck scrims are right now. I agree. I mean, like, you know, you might just get like clown card and then Panzerfausted out by 3 of those players or something. You know, it's absolute drive-by Panzerfaust. I would love that. I'm going to do this now.
Don't tease me with that idea because you know someone's going to do that. And when they do, we're both going to get all too excited way too quickly.
I need clips of it. If you guys have clips of a drive-by Panzerfaust, please send them to me at pleasedon'thackme.com. I don't know.
I'm gonna start going on YouTube now. I'm gonna find it for you.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, there's no way people haven't. Like, okay, if I had a bunch of time, I would probably do that. Just like try to do something. Greg shot. Did he DC? Nope. That's an interesting way to rest someone.
I have found for you someone named T. McKee, who is a professional Panzerfaust drive-by guy.
I love it.
I will send you this link for later on, so you can have a great time with it.
I will enjoy it, and I will find inspiration from it. But Furia now, they're a little bit close to Affinity, but they're going to go ahead and get the heck out of there. As Duel just go ahead and go straight in, try to take center zone. And they do have to be careful because you do have a wild Bubby, and who knows what he had. No.
You got Fate on the opposite side of this, and you could see... You can see there's going to be a lot of information, and the call to get some reinforcements could come over. And of no surprise, I see it. I know what you're giggling about. Panzerfaust. Who are we on? What's our tally for Panzerfaust right now? Because I swear we're on 6.
I think that's right.
Oh, no,
was there more?
Remember, we had one late zone as well, so it might be 7.
Yeah, I think 7 sounds right. Duel, though. All right. Are they going to leave K-Mind here? Well, W isn't... Ooh, he's not going to aggress, but Furia half Affinity driving by and Kraken going to go ahead and take one down. And now they crest that, but now they have an entire different team to worry about. And they silented very late, I'll be honest. But, you know, they're here, they're alive so far. We'll see how long that stays because... What team is this? 4 Happy Men? Yeah, 4 Happy Men. They should be 4 up. No, they were the ones who lost the one early to Fate. Okay. Well, speaking of losing one early to Fate, now we do have Duel and, you know, quite possibly. All right, so Flanker did come here to help out. So K-Mind? Oh, no. K-Mind's going to get destroyed.
Oh, he just spotted it. No, he didn't. He didn't spot. No.
He hears now. He heard it.
K-Mine brings it down to only the slither of hell, but K-Mine will find it. Now with the information given away, you could see just in the background, one remainder of Fate. As K-Mine, if he bounces this, he's going to bounce this flash. This is going to work perfectly. Swing your way around. Can't see the player. Just
that was close.
K-Mine down to 1 HP in a dream. 1.
That was absolute madness from K-Mind. I was terrified for him because I thought he was going to die. But, you know, who was it? Was it Bubby or was it... Who was the other person?
Zhu? I think it was.
Was it Zuki?
If that's how you pronounce, if that's how you pronounce it.
No. I don't remember who it is, but Resmi, they just went into the middle of Kang Yang, but Zyko is going to be helping out. He is the last one alive. The pecan over. He does his darndest, but not going to be able to take him down. And 4 happy men, they are going to be the ones who win, and that's not a good crash from them, but we have so many shots still happening as Train to Go. Battle X is the last one alive. They took a lot of shots coming down because they took, oh my gosh, what the heck is all of this? Okay, Duel, they're going to go ahead and find Fade, and Fade finally goes down. Duel, I believe, have all 4. Now in the middle of it, Kang, Nguyen? I'm going to mess up that name. It's fine, whatever.
That guy.
Whatever this is, this town. I'm calling it Kang. I'm just calling it Kang. I don't know how to say that. Nung?
Kang Nyeon.
I think feels wrong.
I should know. My girlfriend speaks Mandarin, so I probably should have learned. But
I mean, you could ask her, but you know, I don't know if that's you know, I'm not gonna. I don't know names. I don't know how to work with it. So
I'll pull up this map, give it to my girlfriend, and tell her what is the correct pronunciation of this. How does that sound?
That's fine with me. You know, if she knows, I would love to hear it.
True. Or the alternative, we have a chat with our Chinese professionals.
Yes.
Or could this be Korean?
I'm pretty sure that it could be a lot of different things, and I do not know enough about languages to know exactly where to direct my question.
Okay, anyone in chat, if you know the origin of this map, let us know. We will then try and contact the competitive scene from that side. I say we, I'm gonna leave this over to anybody.
Hold up. That was not part of the deal. Why do I feel like you're gonna be the death of me?
I don't know what you mean here.
Oh my gosh.
Talking about the death of things, how about this rotation? I said earlier on how how people who landed on that western side is going to be crying. Well, how about Tilted Town and Dot and as well Outlast Gaming all having to travel by car to get over to this eastern side? I'm surprised we haven't had a drive-by and a gunfight from the vehicles just yet.
Yeah, no, that's a fair call. And I mean, they're actually kind of avoiding it. With the 2 teams gone, it seems like every team can actually kind of get in zone. Like, we only have 1 team that's not inside zone, and there's still places for them to play. Because we also have 3 teams just say, screw it, and go straight into Kang. So it's a weird game for certain. Because you see teams, they're slow, like, they're slightly flexing out. But we see a lot of teams not doing anything of the sort. Because we have 1 team here, 1 team here, and we have 3 inside Kang, and then, like, you know, Imbalance is all just in 1 compound. So there's a lot of space, aka just in 1 compound. There are a lot of teams not taking their space, and that is opening up the entire map for all these teams to go ahead and actually try to find more space. And the teams that you see take up more space and be able to scout out and know exactly where each team is, those are the teams that are going to be able to find places to make things happen and win. So I respect the play for all these Scrim teams. But teams like Furia, working inside, Rock, Duel, Tilt Town a little bit, like, they're not even taking as much space as I was expecting, I'll be honest. I feel like we would typically have, like, Work in Silence, have 1 here, we'll have 1 here, and then, like, 2 on the ridge. Like, that would be more space than I would kind of expect. But you know what? It's Scrims. Who knows? EWC's right around the corner, so we'll see what madness this is going to be as Dots and AKA are next to each other, but it looks like they were going for drops. Did they take the drops?
Well, you were speaking about all this space. I was going to make the point, no one having control of that northern side. But once again, talk about getting screwed by a zone.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus.
Well, Dummy, he is going to be going by. Takes a lot of shots, but he is going to survive so far. But we still have other teammates of his trying to get the heck out of here. And he's wait, they're not taking shots? Bro, they're right there. He's in the car. It's easy shots. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is stressing me out. Ayo.
Ayo. Down on the floor is full happy dead.
Oh my gosh.
Able to take advantage of that situation, and also then just a steal coming in from Infinity as well. That is not what you want to see, and a missed opportunity, a missed chance, missed whatever you want to say. It is not good to see. But just while this is all going on, down to Bliss to try and keep Affinity's chances alive. I feel this position given away, and slowly, just the methodical sweep will come through.
Well, Juniors, they want to take this down. Great shot! He's going to go ahead and take it down. His own teammate is Bliss is going to go down. T-Sock going to be the one who finds him. I see, you know, he's going to pay you some Venmo to try and, you know, alleviate some of that burn. But it is still crazy. There's what, 35% of zone, 45 I would say. Yeah, probably around like 45% of zone that's just not playable, quite literally. It is not on the map at all. So this is an absolutely crazy circle I haven't seen before. And Balance, see, now they're trying to take space, but I think the problem is that it's been too long. They are not protecting their vehicles, and it seems like too many teams have sightlines on them. Dots, able to control more of it. They're trying to help out each other as one of them starts to fight, a.k.a. Joshi. Throws the nade. It looks like it's going to be too short. Going to connect.
Lands to where the smoke was. You can see AKA also wanted to press north as well, try and get a little bit more damage to come about, but Lindsay trying to get away as quickly as she can. Shane shooting from the rear. And finally, AKA able to regroup back inside the compound, but not without Joshi dropping down to the floor. So AKA's gonna have a little confidence, and they're gonna know that they can win these gunfights. And Dots, well, they're not feeling confident, as they're going to have to push into a compound if they want some good control and space here.
And Kraken actually going to be the one who finds Shane, and he might be able to find Joshi too in a bit. So that is going to be unfortunate for Dots to go ahead and lose one, possibly two. I think they might be able to get the res, and nah, smoke is going to dissipate, and then Kraken's going to go ahead and find the kill. Still, it is crazy that all these teams still are not really actually fighting each other. We've seen some skirmishes, but no crazy fights. Having those teams go down earlier was actually pretty insane.
I think probably the biggest fight was in Kang. I think that was the closest one we had, and yeah, there you go. Easy kill. Kraken not gonna say no to a free kill, but yeah, Kang was like the only place we really had the biggest skirmish. It's quieting down. We're waiting for another zone to push them out of this complex, or out of the city, essentially. As right now, zone finally centralized a little bit. So we're going to have, I'd probably say, a little bit more of a stalemate. As that works as well, as I believe that will be a blue zone, or is that a smoke?
It was a blue zone. They threw blue zone, but he wasn't able to get the med off in time, and Icy, they're trying to punish them for this. JMS actually could get an angle onto Icy. Icy didn't seem to notice, but now he might. Blue zone's dissipated. Actually, they go ahead and push onto Kira. As Kira's in a corner trying to med up as quickly as possible. Only 3 players, and immediately T-Sock's going to go ahead and find him and flush him out immediately. And now it is just one alive. It is going to be JMS trying to figure out where does he go from here. Can he save himself? The blue zone is going to be there, but he does have a blue bag, but he's going to just run out of there. And Duel, they're going to go ahead and take the spot on the crossroad. And now we see I'm just take shots at Outlast Gaming. Jake's going to go down first to Cigarones. He is going to have to be careful because I'm still just hitting him so hard. And the man's putting in work. I respect it. Can he collect his kills? Barry vibes and tie the last 2 up for this team. As Viri going to go ahead and throw a nade. It's not going to cook it at all. Puts it a little bit too far, but, well, nicely done.
Stolen away. All that hard work that we saw coming through, taken away. That's unfortunate indeed, but more critically, the Zagonis, or Zangons, how do you pronounce these guys?
Zangonis. That's what I'm calling them.
Zagonis.
Zanganos?
Slowly.
Zanganos. That sounds better.
Z.
Yeah, go for it.
Z. Yeah, we'll run to that. they've got a little problem here, because they can't push forward, because then they walk into Furia. But they have to push forward because of the zone. But if they take their time and try and play zone, they have a squad right behind them. There is no winning this situation if you are ZE right now. There is no way of winning except taking on a head-on fight with one of those 2 teams.
Well, right now, Z they only have to deal with Zuki's mix Kazuki's does have to make it inside zone. So right now they're actually like pretty well set up for this fight. So they only need their players not to go ahead and get knocked. I mean, that sounds pretty obvious, but if they lose one, it's going to be difficult, and that's going to be Mythica going to go ahead and go down. Viri, he's low, got the med off in time, but his side is getting peppered with shots, and they might be able to just shoot his toes and go ahead and knock him. And yep, Viri going to go ahead and go down, and now Zuki Mix can go ahead and try to find the last two members of Z.
ZE struggling, a two-fronted war that they did not want to have to fight, and Z-Mix coming alive as Rising also getting it done. Looks to get a couple of flushes to make matters worse. But Firefight, heading it all, really getting the largest amount of damage from the squad. Stuck in a very awkward and open place, but here comes Kraken. Kraken's going and joining in for a third party. Why the hell not? Why not go and take away just a little bit more with the links in hand? Oh, this is a deadly mix if you are Fura, because the third party will be huge for them.
The Lynx is going to be a terrifying weapon. He has 10 bullets, so much damage in that one gun. Someone's going to go ahead and try to get Raising Cane's back up, but Kraken, whenever he decides to pull the trigger, he's going to wait for one of them to stand still to try and figure out, as they nade somewhere, but no one's going to be there on that nade. So White has to be careful, and it could destroy vehicles pretty darn easily. Raisin does go down to the blue zone, and Kraken, we are literally just waiting for him to pull the trigger, and he does! White Monster gonna go ahead and go down, immediately flushed away. Zuki, they have to just continue as a two-man. As Furia gatekeeps them and pushes them into the zone away from that eastern side, and there is no water inside zone, which means that anywhere is fair game in this new one. Duel doing their best to go ahead and try to collect points, and nope. Well, Zuki Boy now going to be the last one as Haven goes ahead and knocks him, as Firefighter goes down to Gizera and flushed as well.
I tell you what, while all this is happening, Duel has been perched right in the middle. Actually took a couple of pop shots at Furia, so that is something that Furia will be mindful of, is trying to get back into zone. This open plane will not be easy, but Zuki Boy hops and finds a building, and I tell you what, this is probably the only way of survival. Stay inside of a building, don't let anyone come in, and try and do what Luminosity did in a skirmish I saw before. I think it was Snakers, hiding inside of a porta potty. I say porta potty, it was the toilets. Able to clutch a second place position off that, but nonetheless, he will have to do God's work as the S-Mix, Strix's Mix, on the edge of this compound, would probably find the other mixing squad.
It was fate. It was to be determined. Or to be destined. To be destined sounds better. I like that one. Well, they know that Zuki Boy is here, but now the deciding circle is going to shift towards Kangnang. Yeah, whatever. And honestly, Gooners is actually pretty happy. Sir, do it. I'm waiting. Greg shot.
Mortar?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I can't walk away
goes.
from a mortar without using it, but this looks to land.
No.
Just as shorts.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much that Greg Shot could honestly do. He did get shot off of it by BL. You know, he didn't have any information. There was no fight going on, so there was just not much that Greg Shot could actually do. Like, no one had sights on it, so it was unlikely, but Strix is mixed. They're going to go ahead and push straight into Dots. He's actually going to cover. Well, that is killing my graphics card. I can't confirm that, and who knows what the PUBG is going on. Oh my gosh, yes, Spicy, I see it too, buddy. All right, he's trying to cover every single angle, trying to make sure he can survive. And what is happening to this car? Strix, he is trying, but who knows? This car could go flying anywhere. It could kill everyone and no one. And Spicy is grateful for the cover that it provides. But that car is having an interdimensional crisis, honestly.
Oh, it really is having a crisis. It's possessed. And yeah, well, if you want to be hidden, this is not the place to be.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I get it. Any hole is a goal, but that is not what the literal definition means. Sorry, it had to be said. It had to be said.
What the heck, bro? Oh my gosh.
It had to be said. Let's be real.
Craig Shot is taking some shots with the mortars. None of them are going to go ahead and land. Zane. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what the heck is happening anymore. But I want to see this car again, honestly. Yep, it's still going crazy. Dude, I fear for Spicy. I legitimately think that he's going to die just it being very random, but also known as they're going to go ahead and start to push. Slack off going to go ahead and find one. Savvy's going to find another, and now it is just a Doo-Doo who is left. He's been spotted out, and Slack going to go ahead and find him, and Tiltown are up to 5 kills.
Well, that's one way to keep it going, and Tiltown not been doing too much in terms of the eyes for us. It's mainly been Fura who've been the point of topic and their little pokes at everybody. But Tiltown, hats off to them. They are down to 1 player left, I believe, to try. Well, they're gonna get the res up, so 3 now. As they keep getting knocked, as Rock is keeping them alive. But I think this is truly the battle we won. Jewel versus Fura, as Fura starts to make their approach and presence onto point as Haven get a little bit tagged by K-Mind and has to back away.
Well, the smokes are coming out to try and make sure that they can go ahead and cross. They do have Haven already aggressing over, but Circle does go to them, and this could be a great third-party experience. But now the global team is pushing across. K-Mine trying to find some way to save himself in all of this as the 4-man push is coming in. And Poza, he was caught by a Molly, and it looks like he won't go down. And Kraken, they're a 4-man inside of a single building trying to collect. And Spicy actually going to go help. Going to go ahead and find Haven as Tiltown are able to actually keep and balance off as they pushed on trying to capitalize onto it. And Poza, he's on to 1 HP. Soul's going to go ahead and help him as Duel. They have to figure out what the heck they're going to go ahead and do. And Gizera tries to find some way inside, but cannot. Poza is resable, but the over peak from Duel is too scary for him to try and think about. And K-Mind goes ahead and finds Gizera. Now he's got to be careful because Kraken can shoot Wooly in the back, and he does. Probably going to go for the flush as well. Can't quite get it. Wooly is about to be able to get inside. K-Mine closes the door. Kraken, the last one alive. Kraken, though, is going to go ahead and find Lobes. And this is absolute madness on the south side. And there's one team that has their eyes upon this. And it is going to be Rock. Lobes, they're trying to get him up as well. Kraken trying to figure out what he can do. But from the side, it is going to be Furia eliminated by Rock. And Duel have survived, but they only pick up 2 kills from that specific fight. T-Sock goes ahead and finds Slack as Icy, the only one who is down on that team. They have to take on the rest of Tiltown, who have been absolutely fantastic so far this game. And now it spots out T-Sock. Good shots coming out, but T-Sock with the flick is going to go ahead and find him. Savvy now, the last one alive onto Tiltown, as the rest of Gooners trying to figure it out. Greg Shot and Matthias trying to do what they can, and Greg Shot is the one who finds him. Gooners, Matthias on the other side did find one of Rock, but it looks like they're going to be able to get him up in time.
Hot and Spicy for Dots has been a thorn in the rear end. Even though he's left alive, he has been able to put an extra kill to his name in the battle of Jewel versus Fura. But Rock just situated on this west side, massively helping out as a flush will come through in the Gooners. Well, if they can get that player up, they're still in a shot here to have some fun and potentially make the upset that we are expecting, because Rock, yeah, they've got this west side all locked and covered, but their cover is becoming less and less. I gotta say, Goons' cover options are low as well.
Sorry.
The car's still going.
Oh, the car is non-stop. It's basically Lightning McQueen. All right, I can't be here, otherwise my computer's actually gonna crash. Oh my gosh, I cannot say how much I love that you just said that. Still hot and spicy. He's doing what work he can. Don't know how the heck it's working, but Rock, they're going to go ahead and try to start actually kind of pushing onto this as Duel have to take over here. They have to use cars and go onto this east side. That is their way in. That is how they push on from this game. But Rock, have to be careful. Ooh, good nade.
Playing the most aggressive out of all of Rock and now realizing, okay, the goons are a little too close. But RBN, Kubi, get it far, get it done. And that's a knock that's going to feel good. And just when they thought they were backing away, they could start looking to press forward here as the emergency cover drops. And they can land. Oh, that is huge to get it done. And the goons completely take it away. And Rock still in this game.
Bro, this car is cracking me up. Oh my gosh. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I gotta be serious now. I'm a caster, right?
I am speed. I promise. I am speed.
I'm surprised that Spicy, dude, Spicy should be dead to souls here. Oh, stop killing my game. Yep, there we go.
There we go. Gone. Hot and Spicy lasting to 3rd place. That's pretty impressive. I will give that to Dots, but this is gonna be the battle we have been eyeing up for. Rock versus Jewel, the pros versus the ex-pros, as they line up against each other. And you're right, that rotation has to come in onto that east side as RBN able to get the first of Wooly, and that critical vehicle also taken away. They can't get it back. And they can't use it for extra cover.
Yeah, I know as a caster it's easy to see everything, but I really wish that they would have put 2 over there and only 2 to push on to Hot and Spicy because they gave up so much control as now it is a 3v3, but ROC has such a massive advantage considering the entire zone, as well as literally just being able to wait them out. So RBN going to go ahead and find some shots. The cover is just everything is in ROC's control. They can literally do whatever they want to try and find the victory here. And I mean, this will be 2 in a row if they win, right? Because they won the last one.
Yes, it would be 2 in a row. And Jewel, well, promotion. They finally made it out to 3rd, and now they're sitting in 2nd, all tied up. And, you know, take little wins as you can. But this for Jewel is great. If we're, you know, counting the points, doing the tally, Jewel would be up and high, happy with these positions once again. But in talking about their map position, they're not as confident because as soon as we push into that Phase 9 zone, well, Rock are going to be all too happy as they have the sight lines onto the shack.
Yep, this is just really rough, and K-Mind has been spotted. I'm amazed he didn't actually get knocked, but RBN going to go ahead and feed that information over that they are on top of the roof. They're going to try to use it as cover, try to get a little bit of mobility to go ahead and peek, but this is just cruel. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if they just go ahead and, you know, molly themselves to death. No, not yet.
Yeah.
If they get like 2 knocks away, then they would. Yeah. I mean, it's also Scrims, so they shouldn't even. I would, because I'm toxic. I'll be honest. I'd be like, you know what? Screw you, man. I'm feeding these kills over to myself.
Fair enough. You know, it counts. Add ones, right? That's the way the maths goes.
We'll say yes. It doesn't.
Nonetheless, you can see there's nowhere for this news to go.
Nice parking job.
As finally McQueen stays still and not Kachow, but you know he stung like a bee and lost his little stinger. Dies in his place. But Jewel is sitting on top of K-Mind, taken all the way down to low health, and that zone keeps on pushing, and they know they have 5 seconds after this zone collapse to go for 10 seconds to go and get themselves into a better position. All the smokes, everything, the kitchen sink has to be thrown out just for a shot of rotation, but they know that they will be flushed. They will be pushed. And the bullets start flying.
Well, IQ, he is trying to be the sacrificial lamb, but he's going to go down to blue before anything. And now the utility that Rock have not had to use comes into play. It is going to be an easy chicken dinner for them. And I'm sorry, Duel, but you cannot get this one. But Gooners with the most kills out of any team on this one, with 10. And I love you, Rock, but please, can you please stop killing my ears?